welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. If you are returning, I greatly appreciate you. In today's video, I would like to review a project that I started on Friday. I have not yet completed it, but I'm way ahead. I basically took it for granted that I could just have done it for this weekend. I got the trim that I was waiting for. Let me start over. I'm gonna be working reviewing Vogue 1934. That's Vogue 1934, and I'm going to be doing view A, which is this one right here. Okay, so I got the trim I was waiting for on Friday. This is what it looks like. It's a simple, gorgeous trim. On the other side is kind of bright, like embroidered stuff back there, if you can see it. On this side, that's what. So I was thinking of using this to do the hem of the dress, to make a border at the hem. And I was also planning on using it on the waist as the midriff right there, as you can see from back there. Okay. So once it came, I realized it was too big. I was too excited, and when I bought it, I just found it, got excited. So I waited this long from China, and then when it came, it was too big. It's like a curtain decorative trim. Anyway, it still worked for me. But if I had placed this on the hem as a border, it would have been too much for the dress, because on putting it together and looking at it, that fabric is just like a beehive. It looks like spring all over again, a field of flowers. I like it, but I think it's too busy. I don't know. Maybe when I put it on, it's a whole different look. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful make. I will make it again in a different fabric, one that's less busy. And I'll definitely do a border on the hem and on probably the cuffs. Adding a border to the cuff of that one would have also been too much, so I kind of matched it up. I used plain for the, and I'm leaving it there so I can describe as I'm going through. I'll show it to you. I don't know which is better. I have used the cotton sateen is what I used, and it was a single-sided border print. I first got 3.5 yards of it. When I realized I couldn't get my sleeves out of it, I got everything else out. So I purchased another 2 yards just to be safe, and I did my sleeves out of that. So the plain piece of the cotton sateen, which has stretched, I use it for the cuffs. I also used it for the yokes, because it has two front yokes right here by the shoulder. Yeah, I added it for the back yoke. The sleeves, I wanted the floral on it, but then on the cuffs, I wanted it to be plain, so it wasn't too contrasting. The intention was to have the border accessory on the midriff, the cuff, and the hem. But again, it was too much. I think the waist is doing a pretty good job on its own, and anything else added to it would have been like an overkill. So basically here is what I was referencing. For me, as I said, I thought I could finish, and I just didn't, because I didn't have enough time to get it done, I think. And not necessarily time too. I didn't have all I wanted to do, so wasn't fully prepared after waiting this long. I do not have the color zipper that I need for the back. So for right now, it's just a basting stitch that I put on the back all the way down, just to hold it in place until I have the hem. Wanted to make sure it works. So that's what it looks like in the back. On the inside, again, as I said, that's what it looks like on the back, because I have to use the basting stitch to hold it. I did a front seam on the sleeve, just to keep it neat and closed. Front seam on the inside right there. And then when it came to the midriff on the inside, I also kind of sealed it and closed it going on right there. This piece is done basically as the instructions. The only thing I changed, some things were changed intentionally, others weren't. The only thing I changed was my style of, what do you call it? A Rolo loop? Yeah. This is my failure right here. I tried so many times to turn that strip of bias tape into Rolo loops. It didn't work. First I did, my machine kind of chewed it up. Then I tried again, I cut another strip. These were not necessarily Rolo loops. What I did with these was try to actually create the Rolo loops here, and I gave up. And throughout sewing, I was like, I can't do this. I can't put buttons on without this, because this is part of the design element. So this piece is my failure right here. The way the dress is, you have to make it half section at a time, because you're enclosing one side here and you have to finish this midriff piece before you can move on and put this piece on here. So half the dress was completed, and remember, it's split in the front and it's split all the way in the back. So when I was done putting on the sleeves and the bodice and stuff like that, I was like, I have to try this again. So when it was time for me to put the rectangles together for the skirt is where I kind of said, no, let me try this again. This time I tried. These look far better than the first 4 on the midriff, but it's gonna be what it is. It took me out and I tried. So the buttons I have in mind, I'll insert a picture. I think they're perfect for this. Had them for a while, but now I'm missing a few, so I have to go back to the store and try and see if I can find it. And I wasn't gonna do Joann's this weekend, even though I know there's a sale. I should have gone, but I'm like, hold off on that. Like I said, this piece was a change, not intentionally. It's a mess. So this piece is this Rolo loop is a failure. Anyway, it's gonna stay. It's the best I could do right now. My first or second experience, I guess I'll learn and I'll try it. But overall, I think the dress came out lovely. The only thing I have to do right now is to hem, because right here has the facing, and then it's like this. So I basically just have to turn this over and hem this. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do yet, bias tape under here or just do a regular hem. So that's where I'm kind of holding off. And again, because I don't have the zipper in here yet, I wanted to see what would have happened. Anyway, all of this down here is also French seam at the back, and I'm waiting for the zipper, and then I'll put a twig at the end, like a fabric closure on the end of that. But yep, I see a piece of thread, I'm sorry. So basically that's what it looks like. It has pockets. I'm not excited about it because the most exciting part for me was the roller loops, and it didn't turn out right. So a French seam the whole thing in terms of the pockets coming down. Like I said, the sleeves were the arm's eye French seam under here. There's one more change, and this one's intentional, because when I did the first sleeve on this one, and it came down to here, it only required that you did one cuff. So you cut 2, and then once you get down here and you put it on, you're supposed to kind of do a press under and then do this. But I changed it and cut halfway through after finishing the first one. I changed it, and after I put the one on, I pressed it, and I like the way the longer cuff look opposed to having it this way. I think this gave more of a contrast to this rather than this thin piece right here. It depends on your preference, but I think I liked it with this piece better. So I cut 4 of this, and I just stitched it the way I normally would when I'm making my shirts. It's just normal. For a bit of contrast, I turned the wrong side of the shirt, the sleeve, which is here. I just turned it out on itself and did a little stitch right there, a small little stitch. So this is what this piece looks like. Down on the end, as I said, longer. I haven't put buttons on yet, and I'm not gonna chance that roller loop again. So this is what the sleeve looks like. There's another thread. Sorry about that. Yeah. So overall, I think I love it. Absolutely do. I'm gonna insert a picture of the dress on, but it's not yet finished. It doesn't have the buttons, as I said, and the zipper on the back, so I couldn't really do a full dress and kind of show it to you. But this is what I have. This is what it looks like. I wanted to show you my progress so far, but I think I like this. My only disappointment is that I figured more or less, I thought it was small and I should have checked the specifications, but overall I think it matches. It will work and it's okay for right now. The sleeves are a puff sleeve. They're a whole lot of sleeve. But yeah, when I'm done with this dress is kind of heavy, but I think overall it turned out okay. Yeah, that's basically it. It turned out okay. Again, I'm gonna put pictures up so you can actually see what it looks like half done on, without the zipper and all of that good stuff and the buttons. But yeah, that's what I think about my review. That's what I think about the dress. Again, this was supposed to be smaller, and so when it came, I worked with what I got, and I will definitely be making it again, but this time I think I'll be making a bit of changes. I don't know. I had concerns about the back and the front being opened. I think if you're gonna have an opening, it should be just one. It opens at the front and it opens at the back, and I'm like too much for me. So either my next make, I'm gonna totally close the back and make it one back piece and one yoke going across without the zipper, and then just do front buttons, or maybe just have this over, make the roller loops, have it over as a style, it's not open, close it, and then make a zipper in the back. One or the other, but I can't with both openings. So again, this is what my dress looks like for today. My review of Vogue 1934. I've waited so long for this trim, and I thought I would have gotten something else, but I think what I got is still a beautiful dress. So yeah, I appreciate the fact that I was able to finish it for this weekend, and now to move on to something else. So basically that's it. Thank you very much for watching my review of Vogue 1934. If you've stuck with it for this long, I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.